Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Episode 3. I'm your host Fergie, and today we're going to be changing print surfaces. Right now I have glass from Menards, Home Depot, and we're going to switch it out with an Ultra Base Anycubic that I got from Amazon. Now, here's the deal, and I've had this on before. This is much thicker than the glass. So when I go to change it, I already know that the nozzle is going to be way too low, and if I just try to level it, it's going to dig into the print surface really badly and probably scratch it up. So we don't want that. So let's see how we can change this out. So the first thing we do is remove the old glass. Okay, so it's been removed. Now what we're going to do is, without anything on the bed, I'm going to go to prepare an auto home. Okay, so it's going to go to auto home. Now once it's at auto home, disable your steppers, which is right above it. So now I can move this as I want at the right level. And I'm going to take the Anycubic, I'm just going to place it on here, and like you would do a piece of paper, I'm going to try to slide it underneath this, and it's hitting, so I need to adjust it some. There we go. A little bit more. Okay, now I can bring this over here to another corner and adjust it to there, all the way down here. Okay, now I'm just getting close. I mean, this is not an exact level, of course, because I'm just eyeballing it so that I can slide it like this. All right, now I got it in. Perfect. And it fits the bed really well. Really great buy from Amazon. And gotta get my other clip. There we go. I find I really only need 2 clips. Holds in there nice and tight. So it's close, but it's not exact. So the next thing I do is I take my disc, and this has my circle leveling on it from the previous show, and I have everything preheated, so I'm going to go ahead and print some SD. Now I know this is going to be way off, right? Not even going to be close. I may have to run this program twice to get it to work properly. Let's bring it out here so you can see the circle. So it should be starting here in just a minute. I'm just waiting for the bed to heat up, and then it will start going around. So while we're waiting, I want to show you a couple things I printed. I was getting ready for doing a Punisher costume, so the first thing I printed was this. And it's a little buckle that you can use. You can see you put straps on the back and attach it to any kind of clothing. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. If that's good, bigger's better. So I maxed out the build volume for my CR10. Let me put it back a little bit further. And so now it's all in white like the Punisher would be. It has the straps like I want. It's thicker than I wanted it to be, much thicker. Next time I may make it the Z a little bit lower, because that's kind of ridiculous. But it's still a pretty cool print. And this is only 10% infill, and yet it feels really solid. So I'm really happy with this. Let's see where we are here. 38 out of 40. We're getting there. Almost there. In the next video, I'll show you how you can straighten your prints using your sink, believe it or not. That works really well. Okay, it's at 40. Oh, and we have to go to 210. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, I'll show you. I know you've seen these all around. I wanted to print some of my own. This is in metal copper that I got online. It's kind of expensive. It's like $35, which is more than I usually spend. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And the finish on this, the way that the layer lines run, it really reflects light very well. So it kind of looks kind of like it has a metal sheen, not so much plastic. And the guy who created this or designed this His tolerances were amazing. You can print this on almost anything. And although it did take me a while to break these free, because they're really tight, once it's good to go, you don't have a thing to worry about. Okay, we're at 209, so it should be starting in just a minute. Starting. Here we go. Okay, so let me get underneath here. I take my spatula and I always put it down. All right, it's not digging in, which is good. I'm just pulling off the excess and see if anything sticks here. And it's not at all. It's got to get much closer. So let's get it closer here. Squish it in there. Let's see if I can get it running here and not just going up on the nozzle. So it's starting to run. Okay, so it's starting to run now, which is good. And let's see if you can see this. There we go. See the trail shading behind? You take your finger and rub it over the top to see if it's flat, which is, it's a little flat, but not bad. It's really squishing in there well. And as you run your finger over it, you see if it comes off. So right now I like the height a lot, but look at this. See this? This part's coming off a little bit. That means that this won't stick. That's totally coming off. So I've got to squish it down a little bit more. I just turned them maybe a full turn and not sticking. Now the great thing with this is it doesn't ball up on the nozzle, because these strings behind it keep on pulling the filament out, so you don't have that big ball waiting for you, which is kind of nice. And then you drop your expensive camera, which not so nice. There we go. So let's see what's happening. Still has to come a little bit closer, so I'm going to give them all 1/8 of a turn. Now the great thing is this, you can just pull it away. There we go. I'm going to get 4 chances at this, 4 passes, so I just pull the old stuff off so it's not in the way, and then I can start feeling it again. What's going on here? Oh, good. So this time, let's see what's happening. That's not sticking. Maybe too close. That one. That stuff right there is pretty good. So if I can have this consistency all the way around, I'm going to be pretty happy. Let me get rid of this. There we go. Okay. Now if it starts tearing up, it means that you're too close. And so you see I have some tearing here, so it may be a little too close. But it's really not sticking, so I need to come out a little bit more. It doesn't hurt to get a flashlight so you can see underneath it. You see what it's doing? These backs look really good here. But guess what? They're not sticking at all. Let me dial in just a little bit more here. And see what happens. So I want to get rid of all this. And just set out a little bit. Oh, it's running good now. I like this. Let's see if we can get a full circle out of this. Yeah, this is looking really nice. Alright, it's coming around. Yeah, this is good. Really good height. It's about an 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch. Perfect. It feels rounded on top. It doesn't feel flat or squished, which is good. This whole corner right here is perfect. All around there right now is good. Turn that off. So all around here right now feels really good. Really in contact with the print surface. I may have to adjust the back corner here, but we'll see. No? Actually, that's feeling pretty good too. I had a glob here. but it's sticking and it's keeping a circle. Remember, when you do a circle to level your bed, it's always pulling against the threads you just put down because of the way the nozzle's moving. So this is a true test of your bed level. And right now, as I run my finger across it, everything's sticking. That's good. Alright, we'll give it one more go. So I'm going to pull this off. And we'll let it do its final run here to see what happens. So you see, within 2 or 3 circles of this, you're going to have a really, really well-leveled bed. Now the reason we're replacing the glass is the glass has a warp or divot, a low spot in the middle. I was having problems printing. So I decided to go back to this because it's thicker. And so I'm going to have much better prints. If you don't want to use this printing surface, you can flip this over, still have the thick glass, and still print pretty well without having this texture circle. And then you just use some glue or some tape. But we nailed this. This is great. All right. So that was changing print surfaces. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm your host, Fergie, and you guys have a great day.